So we've looked at arrays and we've been talking a lot about variables. Now we've got to look at another type. This is called a constant. A good example of a constant is pi. Pi in mathematics is always 3.14, 3.1415, whatever it becomes. But for school mathematics we generally accept 3.14. If I run a program, pi is not going to change. Pi is always going to be 3.14. Also useful if you're doing VAT, you may set up a constant where VAT is whatever is declared in a text file. At the moment VAT stands at 20%. It used to be 17.5 before that, it's actually been 12.5 and 10 and things like this. So VAT changes, but while the program is running it won't change. It's a constant within the program for the time of its execution. So even with values that change but over long periods of time, if they're not going to change during the time of the program, they're going to stay constant, you may want to declare a constant. Pi is definitely one of these. You can't change this value, it's fixed, it is constant. So we declare that in two things, very similar to a dim. We define it, we don't dim it, but we use the term const. We've defined it as a decimal, but unlike an integer, a variable, we also define its fixed value. So we've got all the parts in that one line. Here I've simply defined two other variables in this case, both decimals to store data into, and this is simply a calculation of circumference. So if I run this, I can see that I can simply put in 0.5. Now 0.5 is the radius, 2 pi r is the circumference, 2 times pi times the radius. So the radius, this should give us 3.14. And the circumference of the circle is 3.140. The system here gives 3 decimal places as default. We can adjust that if we wish to, but that's perfectly adequate. We have no problems with that side. So this is a constant. We're using more of decimals here, but what we're interested in here is this constant array.